So, after the fight with the aliens and the encounter with the granny spirit, the guys must return Ken's sausage. Before that, Momo learned the name of her companion. Ayase refuses to recognize the skinny nerd as Takakura Ken, despite it being his real name and surname. She is confused by the difference between the image of the Japanese actor Takakura and her teammate with the same initials. The girl got distracted, causing the guy to lose control over the curse again. Now, to prevent the granny spirit from taking over Ken, Ayase constantly has to control it with her energy by directing her hand. To avoid confusion, Momo set a rule. From now on, she will call Takakura by another name, and his real name will be off limits. From this moment, the guy has a new nickname, Okarun. The origin of this nickname lies in Ken's love for all things occult. As they talked, the morning came. Ayase suggested that the Turbo Granny would only be active at night, so she invited Takakura to her place. Standing at the entrance to her grandmother's yard, Momo warned that her guardian had strict rules regarding boys. Previously, she almost killed her former partner. As soon as the guys stepped over the threshold, Ken caught fire. Ayase threw him into a ditch by the road. It turned out there was an energy barrier to protect the territory from evil spirits. Due to such experiments, the guy's hairstyle even changed. Entering the house, the team didn't find the grandmother, so Ayase decided to go change her clothes. But as soon as Ken closed the door, he immediately began to turn into the granny. Momo had to forcefully push him against the wall. Afterward, she got curious about whether anything was left in the guy's pants due to the curse. Okarun refused, leading to a dispute between them about who started dragging the other to seek proof of the supernatural. Ken said he didn't want to miss the chance to make friends with someone, so he imposed himself on Ayase. Upset, he suggested ignoring him once the problem was solved, but the girl didn't want that. She accused Okarun of jumping to conclusions, and another argument ensued between the partners. But the fight was interrupted by a ringing. In the house, the grandmother made 2 calls, one for people and the other for evil spirits. The girl forgot to place the paper protection talisman, and now evil had come for them. Through a back exit, the guys slipped outside, and to avoid being harmed by the flames, Takakura had to be off the property. However, the evil caught up with them earlier. It had built walls around them. The gates where they needed to attach the protection wouldn't help because they had become part of the wall. Their noses started to bleed. The evil spirit found the runaways and was about to crush them against the wall, but they managed to escape in time. Takakura recognized the creature. It was an alien they had previously seen in the US and Japan. It's called a 3-meter alien, suggesting a possible connection between spirits and aliens. The guys ran from hiding place to hiding place, thinking about what they could do. Suddenly, Okarun had an idea. He wanted to use the Turbo Granny's powers, while Ayase would have to keep his mind under control. The plan worked. Ken saved Momo, becoming half spirit, half human, but suppressed all emotions. Using speed, Okarun was able to cut off the alien's fingers, but his body couldn't withstand the curse's strength, and he reverted to being human again. When the evil spirit took a stance, the girl had a realization. It looked very much like sumo, meaning they had to make the alien touch the floor with one hand to win. Takakura once again became half granny, and the team managed to cut off the opponent's leg and make him touch the floor with his hand. But if only it were that simple. The evil spirit managed to recover and grabbed Ayase. Despite pinning her against the gate wall, the girl continued to control Ken's curse. He begged her to release the curse, but the hereditary medium refused. She was angry about the alien's dishonesty in the game and made him slam her into the wall. Using her strength, she held back the blows, and then, at a certain depth in the wall, she found herself beyond the temple gates. The girl pulled Okarun to her and placed the protection on the gates. The alien or evil spirit burned up, leaving the team unharmed. Everything returned to normal, but Ayase still couldn't take her hand off her partner, or else he would again be overtaken by the curse. The girl was frustrated that she couldn't rest. Later, she joked about the guy's hairstyle, but then began to feel weak and fell unconscious. At that moment, Takakura transformed back into the granny spirit, and in the form of a monster, he froze over Momo.